So we are going to use a function called plot. Let's ask MATLAB, help plot. So MATLAB telling us if we do plot x, y, it plots the vector y versus x. And if we do plot y, it basically plots the column of y versus their index. And if we do plot x, y, s, then for the s, you can actually pick what kind of color is your plot, the markers, and the line type. So you can do many things. Then if you want to do multiple plot, one way to do is to just plot x1, y1, then x2, y2 as in sequence. That is one way, and we are going to cover another ways. So in this case, why don't we just try with plotting? Let's try plot the polynomial we had in the example. So let's set the x start with -10 to +10. So what we can do is, so x equals 10, column, you want to be a little bit fun, so use -0 as our step, then to the +10. Now we have our x. So what will be our y? Remember, when we're doing the polynomials, our y can equals to polyvol px, right? So here we can just plot x polyvol p. Oops, looks like I just had a typo. So let's use our upper arrow and do p comma x. So here we go. Now let me move this around and get a better alignment. Now if we want to label our x-axis and y-axis, we can do x label x, which should be a character, right? So we use this single quote. Now we use y label. We label it y, so we use the single quote y. Now you see on our figure, we have x under our x-axis and y on the left of our y-axis. So now, if we only want to plot a region from 0 to 250 in terms of the y, we can set a y limit, which we use y lim. Then we put the start, which is 0, and the end, which is 250. Oops, I forgot one thing. We have to put the square bracket there. So here we go. So now on our plot, we only have the region of the y value from 0 to 250. Now let's just play around and see how we can mark our plot differently. So remember, we can plot x, y, and s, and s controls how it looks like. So here we put single quote O as our s. Now you see, instead of having lines, we have those circles. And if we change it into single quote minus minus, then we basically get a dash line. Then if we change this to minus star, then we basically got a line with dash and star.